Hello everyone, this is Christopher from ChinaMobileMag, and today I am having a look at the Lenovo A850. Yes, this is not an all new phone. It's actually on the market for quite some months now, but dhgate.com offered us to review one, and well, we did not test a Lenovo phone so far, so we said give it a try, and now here it is, so have fun with the review. As usual, we start with a look at the accessories and the packaging of the phone. So this is it. It's white with the Lenovo logo on top and the A850 imprint also on top. And on the side we find nothing except here a little sticker with some information regarding the package contents and some Chinese information on the red rear. This can be opened. The wall inside is red, by the way. So let's see what's inside. I have already put everything out of the box. So we have some kind of warranty card and another Chinese card with whatever is on it, I don't know it, and a English language user manual, but this is just covering Android and not the phone. Then we get a normal USB wall charger with Chinese plug and CE logo and an EU adapter, one micro USB cable. It has a decent length, so it's pretty nice, and headphones also come with the phone, but those are just those standard cheap Chinese headphones, so nothing special, and I did not even test them because they sound like crap mostly. And the shop was also kind enough to put a little mini stylus inside the package. So this is nothing special, but still nice for the price. Next we obviously come to the design of the phone, and here I have to say that Lenovo did not create anything special. It's a really simple yet elegant design. It's not the thinnest phone in the world, and it's also made from plastic, except the front. This is made from glass, but it still feels like a good build quality, and nothing is clattering around when I shake it or something. So it's a solid build quality, even if it is nothing special. Here we find on the front a Lenovo logo, the sensors of the phone, the phone call speaker and the front camera, as well as a status LED, which unfortunately is not multicolored. It can only light up in color red. Below the screen we find the usual touch buttons for menu, home and back, and those are not back illuminated here, but are a little different from most other phones because the icons have a different design and they are made from some kind of shiny metal. It's silver, so it is reflecting the light a bit and makes it easier to find them in the dark. When we look at the phone from the side, we do find a small silver frame made from plastic around the phone, and there is nothing except this frame on the left side, and below or on the lower side we find the micro USB port, and here a little bit more on top the voice microphone for phone calls. On the right side we find a volume rocker with a decent pressure point, works really nice, and on the top we find the on-off switch and the headphone jack. Let's turn the phone around, and here you see the camera, the LED flash and another Lenovo logo. The camera has some metal frame around it. This looks very similar to the Cubot X6, and well, this one is a little smaller than the one of the Cubot X6. So let's have a look at the bottom of the rear, and here we find a little opening for the media speaker covered with a piece of metal. Let's open up the rear just to have a look what's inside, and of course Here we see the battery, which has 2250 milliamps, which is plenty for the processor inside there, by the way. And we find a micro SD slot as well as two normal SIM slots. So if you are using a micro SIM, you have to use an adapter to use it inside the Lenovo A850. Okay, next up is the screen quality, and before you ask the question why is MIUI running on it, well, I have installed MIUI on it because the stock ROM was pretty much the biggest crap I've ever seen. There was so much Chinese stuff on it, that was really annoying, so I just said, well, let's install the custom ROM and then do the review of the phone. Usually I don't do that because I want to test the phones as it comes out of the box, but well, I had to make an exception here because I didn't like the ROM at all and didn't want to waste my time on it, removing all the Chinese crapware on it. So now let's come to the screen. This is a 5.5 inch panel, and you would basically say, if you love big phones, well, that's amazing for the price, a 5.5 inch panel. I love that, but it has a downside. It only has a resolution of 960 by 540 pixels. So the pixel density is really not high, and yes, you can see them of course with the naked eye even at a higher distance. But I have to say that the screen quality is still pretty good. We are used to the fact from other manufacturers that those low resolution screens often have a very bad picture quality or color reproduction of viewing angles. This is absolutely not the case here. Colors are reproduced perfectly, naturally, still very intense. The contrast is nice, brightness is nice, everything is nice. The screen is reacting very fast, also the touchscreen is working very good, and the viewing angles are, well, perfect. Nothing to complain about here. So the screen itself is really good, just the resolution sucks a little bit. But well, you get used to it, and most of the time you won't notice it once you get used to it, except you are reading some really small text or watching a HD video or something, then you will notice it, but during normal use you won't notice it once you got used to it. So let's come to the benchmark results of the phone, and here you might wonder why it reached only 16,947 points in the Antutu benchmark, even though it has such a low screen resolution. Well, the reason for this is that we do not have a normal MediaTek MT6582 processor in there. It is a MT6582M. Basically, it's the same processor with 4 Cortex A7 cores clocked at 1.3 GHz, but the Mali 400MP GPU is clocked at a lower frequency. It's 100 MHz less, or close to 100 MHz less, and well, you notice it in the benchmarks, but in real life use you won't notice any differences. So let's have a quick look at the bar chart, and here we see that it is placed between the Xiaomi Redmi and the Samsung Galaxy S3. And let's have a look at the 3DMark benchmark next, and this is a graphics benchmark, so it obviously has a little bit lower scores because of the lower GPU frequency. Here the phone reached 2,875 points in the unlimited benchmark, 2,031 points in the extreme benchmark, and 3,076 points in the 720B benchmark. Next, the GFX benchmark, which is also a GPU benchmark, and here the Lenovo A850 reached a high score of 631 points is the high score here. And lastly, the Waymo benchmark, and here the phone reached 1,856 points in the HTML5 test and 535 points in the metal test.
now it's just like, man, you got to have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race. Like, and it's a race that I've created in my head, you know? But you have to step away from it.
Okay, let's have a look at how the phone performs during multimedia tasks. So for this purpose, let's open up a full HD video in the .mov format, and as you can see here, this is being played very smooth and nice with a good quality for the screen, so nothing to complain about here. Can scroll around without any issues, just perfect. Next, let's have a look at the audio quality of the phone, as usual through a YouTube video from No Copyright Sounds, and the internal speaker sounds pretty good. It's pretty loud. It just makes scratchy noises on full volume from time to time, but it has a decent bass playback, so that's pretty nice. I would locate the audio quality of the internal speaker in the mid-range of current Chinese phones. Audio output through the headphone jack is also pretty good. It's loud, clear, no distortion noises or anything, but of course not as powerful as from phones with a dedicated audio processor or amplifier. Okay, so let's start with the audio demo now. I will pull that up to almost 100%. Okay, now let's come to the reception quality of the phone, and here I have to say that the Lenovo A850 is doing an amazing job. In GSM networks, so 2G, it reached almost full signal strength all of the time. Right now we have only 3 bars out of 4, but most of the time it's full signal strength. So it has a really good reception quality, and thus also phone calls work very nice with a good audio quality, also thanks to the good voice microphone inside there. 3G is also not an issue, it works just fine most of the time. Surfing the internet is possible at almost all places, even on places where other phones start to struggle. Wi-Fi reception quality is also just perfect, it works in the whole building without any issues, no signal losses. Even far away from the router and even outside in the garden there are no issues. Bluetooth was working just as well with 12 to 15 meters under free view. And a real amazing part about the Lenovo A850 is the GPS performance, as it outperforms some Qualcomm phones, to be honest. Outside with cloudy sky, we've reached 11 satellites and 2 meters of accuracy, which is just amazing. And look at those bars, almost 100% signal strength for most satellites. So this is really good. And next, this is inside the house in front of a window, 10 satellites, 4 meters of accuracy, so again really good. And the most amazing part is again inside the house, but without any window nearby, just solid walls around the phone, 9 satellites, 6 meters of accuracy. Not even most Qualcomm based smartphones reach such a good GPS reception quality, so this is simply amazing what Lenovo has done here. Okay, next part is the camera, and here unfortunately the Lenovo A850 did not satisfy me that much. Lenovo does only build in a 5 megapixel rear camera and a 0.3 megapixel front camera, and this is really not a lot, and even at this low price for a brand device it is just too less, because other phones at an even lower price provide pretty good cameras. For pictures it is okay. It has a decent depth of field, but not as much as you would like to have to use it as a replacement for a digital camera. And the color reproduction is very intense. Some might like that, for some it might be too much, and yeah, the camera is just not really good, but well, usable if you use it seldom for quick shots. The LED flash is pretty bright and managed to light up mid-sized rooms without any issues. But when you record videos, unfortunately the camera sucks completely. It looks like a moving watercolor picture, so absolutely no details, everything is blurred, so you can see that in our dedicated video regarding the camera on our YouTube channel. The front camera is only usable for quick video chats or video calls and not for selfies, because not only because of the low resolution but also because of the pretty bad quality, and it also tends to create quite some noisy images. Next to the great reception quality, one of the most amazing things of the Lenovo A850 is probably the battery life. It has 2250 milliamps, and this is already pretty much a lot for a quad-core processor or for a MT6582 quad-core processor. And also the low screen resolution helps you to save some energy in the lower clock GPU, so you end up having an amazing battery life of 2 days with regular use. I for myself reached 2 days, and most phones can't do that, and I think even power users who do gaming on the go should be able to reach a day. The real power savers among you might even get out 3 days. So battery life is really amazing. You just can see that on the statistics here. There are quite some numbers, so the battery is pretty good, and also getting a replacement battery should be pretty easy with Lenovo. I think they provide a decent length device support for this one. And charging the battery takes around 2 hours, by the way. Okay guys, that's it with the review already, so let's come to the final conclusion, and I have to say that this is probably not the best phone if you want to get most for your money, but if you are looking for a cheap brand device and your important criteria for choosing a phone are reception quality and battery life, then you are definitely right here. Just if you want a high resolution screen, perfect camera and everything, you should probably stay away and look somewhere else. The Lenovo A850 is priced at around $140 US in China, and in Europe you also can get it for around 160 euros. So it's in the mid-range price category, and we've got it sponsored by dhgate.com, so drop by there and have a look. And we hope that you did like this video. If yes, please give us a thumbs up, a comment and maybe a subscription to our channel. Thanks for watching, bye and see you soon.